breathtaking appearance, kind-hearted, and a free spirit. This is the legendary Audrey Hepburn. Her timeless elegance and her world are coming to the heart of Shanghai's historic Bund with the exhibition Intimate Audrey. This unprecedented retrospective, initiated by her eldest son, Hepburn,
Thank you for coming.
takes viewers on an extraordinary journey through the life of one of the 20th century's most iconic celebrities.
This is the original, the beginning of life.
Let me be. Welcome to Shanghai, Sean.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, actually, we know that exhibitions on Audrey Hepburn have been held all around the world for many, many times. So what sets this time in Shanghai the Intimate Audrey apart?
Right. This is the third sort of creation as far as exhibitions for the past 30 years. The first one was mostly fashion. The second one, we did that with a fashion group. And here we are in Shanghai bringing you what I think is really the closest you will ever feel to the woman. The fashion industry is really pressing on women very hard in a way to keep them in a buying mode, making them feel slightly inadequate. It's never enough. I think we're kind of the needed antidote for that, to reassure people that you can become the most beautiful and beloved woman of all times. Elegance and beauty starts from inside. And I think that this exhibition is kind of a way to reassure the planet that we haven't gone crazy and that the roots are happy roots.
How can we better understand the word intimate in the exhibition's title?
That means that you get inside her mind, her philosophy, you get to see who she was like behind the screen. And the exhibition you would have felt if you came for Sunday lunch at the house in Switzerland.
Do you have any recommendations for us as must-sees?
I will take you on a little walkthrough afterwards, but rather than pointing out things, these are like film sets. I'm going to point out at sort of creation, at a group of items that creates a feeling.
And do you think her spirit still remains relatable and inspiring to younger generations, especially like those from Gen Z and Gen Alpha? Do you think they still know her?
I know that they do. Maybe contrary to my generation or our parents' generation who knew her entire story, the younger generations, they know pieces. It's kind of a kaleidoscopical way. If you see Emily in Paris, the series, it's constantly sort of an homage to my mother. So they're always looking to her kind of like a style guide. In a world of Kardashians, as I always say, we need Audrey Hepburn.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Thank you for sharing your insight with us. Can you show us around?
With pleasure. Let's go. The first room kind of is a wonderful example about how we created the exhibition. Not so much about being aware of each piece, but the way the photographs are laid out, especially on that wall over there. It's like if you come to my house, I'm making you a drink, and you're looking around the faces of the family, of the ancestors.
So this is like a salon of a house?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I love this particular table. During the war, there was very little food and heating. And my mother would sit in bed and read books. Her mother said, "Today there's nothing to eat, so stay in bed, preserve your calories." And she would sit there and dream about what it would be like when the war is finished. And she would make many drawings as a little girl. And it shows already, as a young girl, she already has talent as an artist.
These are the original copies?
Yes.
Oh,
These are the
precious.
original copies. This next area is really very important to me because it's a celebration of my parents' love for each other. When my father met my mother, she was very tired from all the work. So they went to live in Bürgenstock, which is a little mountaintop above the lake of Lucerne, where I was born. They rented a house, and this is her wedding dress. And this is one of the two dresses in the exhibition, because it symbolizes that you can become really elegant and an icon with the most simple design.
This is really elegant, and I love its silhouette.
Yes, and wedding rings with the inscription on the inside. You can see the picture there. It says the reminder of the date.
Oh, that's the date,
yes,
right?
Yes,
1954, September the 25th, as you said.
Yes.
Okay.
And now the iconic Vespa, which was made famous by the film Roman Holiday.
Wow.
We have here, this is a replica, because we have an original 1953 Vespa from the time of the film. It's actually a 52. But it's very difficult to bring the real Vespa in China. It's still being worked out, the customs process. Before this exhibition closes, we will put the original one. And it's important that you see the beauty of the garden, cherry trees, the fruit trees, right before the UNICEF, because you realize what she has to give away after working a whole life, earning the right to be in her home and enjoy some free time. She gives that up for the well-being of the children all over the world.
I've really been focusing on my relationship with UNICEF. So while I was still living in the United States, I toured the country with them, basically just speaking to donors and speaking to young people about my grandmother's own experience and why she became the UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. And as a woman, I think that I never once doubted that I can do anything, that I set my mind to. I've realized now that comes from having such a powerful sort of female figure to live up to.
Spanning 12 chapters and more than 1,200 exhibits, many being shown in China for the first time, this is the most extensive Hepburn exhibition ever assembled. It took the curator and his team a great deal of time to put it together.
I would like to explain what's happened in the backstage of her life. So everybody know the icon of style, everybody know the film, but nobody knows her private life, what's happened before he came be a star. That was the inspiration.
We've done this for many times, but in this case it was very, very, very short time. So we had to import everything from Italy in 3 weeks. It was kind of challenging in this sense.
Fashion lovers will marvel at her timeless wardrobe, featuring pieces designed by masters such as Givenchy. But just like her son Sean said, elegance and beauty starts within. Her resilience, independence, and compassionate spirit are qualities that continue to inspire millions worldwide.
通过他的一些作品啊，还有他的一些生活里面的一些展现啊，来影响更多的女性向善、向美、向好的这样的一种对自己的一种态度，然后也会在中国做出很多相关的巡展，然后来影响更多的一些朋友。
他最后5年的那个人道主义贡献吧，那种自然的，就是由内而外发散出的爱，你是能感受得到的。这个我觉得其实也是 inspire 我们每一个人可以考虑到奉献，而不是说去永远是在索取，永远是在追求一些很表象的一些东西。
What stands out is that there isn't much in the way of digital technologies. I feel like I'm a guest being invited to a special salon, one story after another. It takes time for me to explore Audrey Hepburn's elegance and beauty in this exhibition, celebrating a life that continues to leave its mark on the world.